Morning folks, welcome back. Saturday the 22nd of January. A little bit of a chilly morning, but the fish, hold on a second, there they are. Fish are still active, but I have stopped feeding. Pond temperature's dropped down now to 7.5 degrees, so I'm going to give it a rest and see how we get on. But yeah, for all those who watched the last video, thank you very much. Thank you very much for subscribing, I really appreciate it. It's a good start to the channel. Thanks to James the Koi Whisperer for giving me a mention. Really appreciate that. And yeah, not feeling great this morning. The little one's on the couch, she's got COVID, and I've woke up this morning not feeling on top of the world, but we'll carry on. Fingers crossed it'll escape me and I can crack on with work and what have you. So yeah, this video, plans for the pond for 2022, what we're going to do with it, how can we improve it. First things first, and it's been bugging me, is do I paint the pond? I like the wooden look, but if I paint it I'm going to end up having to maintain that every year. So what are your thoughts? Shall I leave it as it is and just put up some plaques and some sort of koi pictures and the like, or shall I paint it grey? The wife's trying to get me to paint it grey, but then she hasn't got to paint it every year. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that? And yeah, in terms of filtration, as I say, all I've got on there at the moment is the Easy Pod, and it's not gonna, I don't think it's going to do the job on its own. So potentially looking at a backy shower and some kind of moving bed, but you know, I'm just going to sort of make my own. Been to the filter house now, and we'll show you what we got, and just have a talk about my plans for 2022 and see what your thoughts are. I mean, I'm not even sure what will work. I've gone from a pressure filter system to a fairly decent system, but I'm not sure what to do. Obviously I've got the Easy Pod. I've got a pump inside the pond, and that runs straight out into the Easy Pod, filters through the media, and it comes straight back out via flexi pipe and into the pond. There's another pump in the pond which runs the blade, which is down in the corner, and that's pretty much it. But when I built the pond, as I say, all the water and everything was absolutely bang on, and I've had nothing but nitrite problems. Even though I ran the pressure filter in line with this one for a number of weeks, I've still had problems with the water, high nitrites and everything. So it was a little bit too late in the year to get this system matured, so I've just had to keep the feed down to a minimum and keep an eye on it. Funny enough, since the winter's come, the water is much better condition, much better than it was when it was warm. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, but maybe the filter's caught up a little bit, and the nitrification cycle's working, I'm not sure. However, I still want to add a little bit more, make sure that the water quality is absolutely bang on. So the plan is, I'm going to try and move this over a little bit in front of these electrics, and down the wall this side I'm going to install a small backy shower, one that I'm going to make myself, just a DIY one. Get some alpha grog in there or something, and then potentially run that straight into the blade. I'm not sure if that'll work, I don't know what your thoughts are. Run it straight into the blade, just gives a little bit more filtration and somewhere for the bacteria to house and mature. So that's the first thing. And then picked up this old bin, which is obviously waterproof, and I've no idea if this will work or not, but I'm thinking of making that into a moving bed. I can run the outlet from the Easy Pod into that, through some K1 or whatever, with an air stone in there, have it all bubbling away, and then the outlet will go straight into the pond here. It's all just thoughts at the moment, I don't know, I could end up changing my mind, but what are your thoughts? Would that work? Would it be good enough with just the backy shower? Let me know in the comment section, let me know what you think. But in terms of, I'm happy with everything, how everything is at the moment, just to start the pond, but there's a lot more to be done, a lot more improvements I can make. As I said, there's got to be a door on this filter house now. I've got a bit of plastic covering it at the moment, just to keep the wind out, but I will put a door on there next year when I get a chance. That's the food I'm using at the moment. It's a Kasuri Premium. It's not what I fed through the winter, but obviously we've been feeding the wheat germ Evolution Aqua wheat germ. That's what I've been feeding for the winter, and literally a very small amount, literally just one small handful, not even a handful, just half a handful really. And that's what I've been feeding every day since the pond's been built, just to keep an eye on the nitrites, to keep them down. Yeah, that is it folks. Tell me what you think. Should I paint the pond? Definitely need some more filtration. What do you think about the backy shower? Should I add one? I don't want one on the inside of the pond. I just think they look a little bit unsightly, so I think most people are trying to hide the backy showers nowadays. So I think in the filters, if I can get it put against that wall somewhere up there, get one put up there. Probably it's only going to be a 2-tier one. I'm not even sure if I build it, if it comes lower than the blade, and then I run it into there, run the water upwards, will it still work without overflowing? I'm not sure. It's going to be trial and error, I guess. If you've done this before and you know the answer to that, then let me know, because I think the backy shower is going to come below the blade, and I'm going to have to run a pipe upwards towards the blade. So if that's not going to work, if you think it will back up and the backy shower will overflow, then let me know. And that's it. It's only going to be a short video. Let's go and have a look outside. So yeah, pond's obviously covered. It's insulated, and this really is keeping the wind chill off the top of the water. I did a test last night on the surface of the water, and I think it was down at 5.9 degrees on the surface, but the actual pond temperature underwater is 7.5. So the good thing is it's remaining stable. That's the most important thing with the water, keep it stable. But yeah, as I said in the last video, it's cold, but I have been feeding them, but I think there comes a point where you need to stop it or slow down the feed, very least. So I think now that we've dropped down to 7.5, I'm just going to stop the feeding. I don't want the fish to have any problems. So yeah, let's have a look at the fish. There they are, all active, still seem happy, other than that kahaku with its cart pox. I do think that's got to go. It bugs me that that's in the pond, to be honest with you, but yeah, we'll make a decision on that when it warms up next year. As I said, it was healthy all last year, and I think with the moving into the temporary pond and different temps and a lot of messing about, it's stressful for her. So yeah, so it's obviously showed in how she's looking, but the rest of them are fine. As you can see, I've got the air stone at the bottom and the pumps in the middle as well. It's a little bit unsightly with the pipe running through, but hey ho. I'm tempted to put in a retrofit bottom drain. What are your thoughts? Have you used them? Are they any good? I think for this pond with the glass window, I don't really like seeing that pipe. If I could put a retrofit bottom drain with some pressure piping and keep it low to the ground and up at the back and run it that way, it might be better. I don't know how well they work, whether it'll keep the rubbish off the floor. I mean, this pump's, I'm not that impressed with it. It doesn't pull all the feces off the ground, and I'm having to sort of net it up every few days. So what are your thoughts? Retrofit bottom drain or leave it as it is? But there you go. That's the update for today, folks. As I say, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching the last video. And if you haven't already and you want to keep following, click on subscribe, hit the like button and hit the notification button. And that'll notify you every time I put out a video. So yeah, got no jobs to do today. I am going to test the water a little bit later, just to keep an eye on the pH, because it has been fluctuating the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure why, but we'll keep an eye on that. So yeah, folks, any ideas? That's what's bugging me the most. Do I paint this or not? Let me know. Folks, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.